You never forget your first betrayal. And for Lucas Rivera, it was the kind that burned itself into memory like a brand. Every red Valentine's Day balloon, every public display of affection, every whisper of trust, it all turned to ash the moment he discovered her truth. But Lucas wasn't just going to cry in silence. No, he had a plan, a flashy one. 1 month before Valentine's Day, the message had popped up on Lucas's laptop screen while he was transferring files for his event planning gig. A random airdrop in a crowded coffee shop. One blurred photo. It showed his girlfriend, Alina, wrapped around another man's neck at a dimly lit rooftop bar. Her lips were grazing his ear. At first, he told himself it was nothing, maybe a cousin, a friend. Then came the second photo, and the third. Then a video of her laugh. That same melodic laugh she reserved for Lucas, echoing in another man's arms. Lucas stared at the screen as the video played on repeat. Something inside him snapped, but it didn't shatter. It sharpened. February 1st. Lucas, I want to do something epic this Valentine's Day, Alina had said over dinner, beaming across the table. He smiled. Like what? I want to surprise you with a flash mob proposal. I already talked to your dance team friends. You know, something huge, Times Square maybe. I popped the question mid-performance. She giggled. You die, right? Lucas almost choked on his wine. She wanted to propose to him, publicly, with his dancer friends. With him, and him the guy from the photos Micah, right there in the dance lineup. Oh my God, he muttered, the irony curling in his throat like smoke. What? She asked. Nothing, babe, Lucas said with a grin. I love it. February 5th, rehearsal begins. Alina gathered 15 dancers, including Micah, the gym rat with a charming smile who always lingered a little too long around her. She had no idea Lucas had already seen the messages on her hidden app folder. Or the kiss. Or the weekend getaway she claimed was just a yoga retreat. No one knew Lucas had secretly installed a screen mirroring program on her iPad, forwarding every chat, every call, every photo. And now? He had a front row seat to the grand performance, his own betrayal, rehearsed to a beat. February 13th, the night before. Lucas sat on the edge of his bed, watching the final choreography clips Alina had sent out in the group chat. Everything was set. The dancers would line up at 2 p.m. in the middle of the gallery atrium and indoor, public plaza packed with Valentine's Day shoppers. She would emerge mid-dance, walk up to Lucas, and propose. Micah would be right next to them the whole time, dancing like nothing was wrong. Perfect. February 14th, Valentine's Day. The crowd started gathering around 1:45 p.m. shoppers, paused with heart-shaped balloons in hand. Teens held their phones high, ready to capture what looked like a spontaneous love story about to unfold. Lucas stood near the center, surrounded by fake curiosity. Alina had no clue he had arranged for 5 other dancers, his real team, to blend into the crowd. No idea they had memorized a slightly different version of the final dance moves, or that a wireless mic was hidden inside the bouquet he'd be handed at the end. He waited. At 2 p.m., the music began. A blast of upbeat pop echoed through the atrium, and dancers flooded the open space in perfect formation. Alina was glowing in red, twirling in sync, eyes never leaving Lucas. Micah was on her right, smiling, acting. He was good at acting. Lucas would give him that. The music built toward the climax. He could see Alina rehearsing her speech in her head. 10 more seconds. 8. 5. She skipped toward Lucas with practiced glee, dancers parting dramatically as she took center stage. Her hand stretched toward him with the velvet box. The music cut. The crowd gasped. And Lucas took the mic. Wow, he said, laughing into the microphone as if touched. This is something else. The crowd cheered. Alina beamed. Down on one knee, Lucas glanced at her. Before I answer, can I say something? She nodded eagerly. Actually, Lucas said, I just want to say thank you. She looked confused. Thank you. Micah. Micah froze mid-step. The other dancers exchanged glances. Thank you for showing me what real love doesn't look like, Lucas said calmly. I know about the affair. I've known for over a month. I've seen the videos, the texts, the weekend rendezvous. I even know about the new Airbnb you booked for March. Gasps rippled through the atrium. Alina's smile collapsed. Lucas, no, it's okay, he continued, voice steady. You gave me a gift. You showed me who you really are. And that's better than any proposal. He handed the bouquet back to her petals, now stained with red ink, bleeding the word Lia, ah. The dancers behind him, his real team, broke into a new routine, cueing a harsh, slow beat. Every move they hit was sharp, deliberate, a choreographed confrontation. Cheater, cheater. How you lied, behind my back, side by side. The music chanted through the atrium speakers. Alina stared, horror-struck, as Micah backed away slowly, disappearing into the crowd. Don't go, she whispered. It's not what it looks like. Lucas leaned in with the mic again. Actually, babe, it's exactly what it looks like. But here's the twist. He turned to the crowd. I paid for this flash mob. Every single dancer. Even the camera guy up there. He pointed at the second floor, where a drone hovered, filming everything. The crowd erupted in murmurs, laughter, and gasps. This wasn't a proposal, Lucas said. This was goodbye. And you just helped choreograph it. Alina's eyes filled with tears as she stood there, frozen and humiliated. You humiliated me in private, he said, taking a final bow, so I returned the favor in public. Then he walked away, music still thumping behind him. February 15th, viral. The video hit 1 million views overnight. Valentine's flash mob betrayal, the proposal that turned into revenge. Comments flooded in. Best plot twist ever. She got what she deserved. Micah is sprinting to the witness protection program. Lucas for president. Alina deleted her socials. Micah ghosted. Lucas got interview requests from morning shows and dance influencers. But he didn't care about fame. He cared about freedom. 1 month later, Lucas stood on another rooftop. Not with Alina. Not with drama. Just him and a fresh coffee, watching the city wake up. No red balloons, no lies. Just peace and maybe a new beat in his heart. After all, every good dancer knows when it's time to change the rhythm. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.